Fields of Mistria has been a blast so far, and there's so much to do, so I've put together for you 40 of my best tips to get you through year one. Some of these tips might evolve and change as the next patches come in, and if so, I will pin a comment with any changes, but I think most of them will stay applicable forever. If you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe, and let's get started. Number 1, if you don't have any room in your backpack for a forageable that you come across, still pick it up so it can respawn. It will stay on the ground forever, so you can just come pick it up later. If you want to switch the barn or coop your animal is in, put them in daycare. And then when you take them out of daycare, you can reassign them to the new barn or coop you want them to live in. You can shift and click to add an entire stack to your chest. It will combine with any existing stacks in that chest, or if there's room to start a new stack with that item, it will do so. If you want to collect way more shiny beads, hand feed all your animals. The best way is to go right when you wake up and before you let them outside. That way, you can catch them all before they've eaten in the barn, because when you let them outside, they usually immediately eat right away. You can jump off the smaller ledges around the world map, which will come in handy for the next tip here. It takes approximately 1 hour to 1 hour and 20 minutes to get from the mine entrance to your bed. Here is the quickest route I've found. And you might want to move your bed closer to the door if you want to save an extra 10 minutes. If you ever get stuck on the map, head into the accessibility options and hit move to free location, and it will teleport you to a place that is not obstructed. If you come across an item that you'd rather have but your backpack is full, do not trash the item. You can throw the item, button G on PC, and they will stay on the map forever, so you can pick them up later, unless you leave them in the mines. If you've learned something new so far, or are just enjoying the video, please leave a like and it'll help other people find this too. Fiber grows rapidly and respawns every day around the map, and it costs no energy to harvest it with the sword, so that's an early source of income. They only sell for 2 gold, but it still adds up. On day 1, greet everyone. It's the first quest you get, and it's very easy using the minimap. You can buy some more crops, and that will just help you get off to a great start with your money making. The best way to breed rare animals is to breed your highest rarity colored animals, and then if they have a female of the next rarity tier up, go buy a male in that color, or vice versa, as that new rare color will now be for sale at Hayden's shop. Get them to 2 hearts and breed them. There are multiple free energy sources around the town. The best one is the soup in the inn. You get 1 free bowl of soup a day, and it recovers quite a bit of energy. The other sources are these water fountains. I don't think it's worth it to go out of your way to get them every day, but if you're passing by, top up on your energy. Usually you use a shovel to dig in the artifact spots, but you can also use your pickaxe. I find I don't carry my shovel around as much, so it's just as easy to use the pickaxe. Save your beads for the chicken statue, and it is definitely worthwhile to save to 100 versus just donating 10. Bonus tip, if you don't like what you get from the chicken statue, just reset the day and try again. So it's best to do this right first thing in the morning. Once you complete the mill, you can craft grass starters, so use your shovel on all dig spots to gather sod. You'll need it if you plan to have a lot of animals, and there are not that many dig spots, so the earlier you start, the better. You can use the special move you have with your sword once you unlock it from the dragon statue in the mines to put out the lanterns while they're lit up. Once you use this special skill, the lantern will immediately extinguish, and then you can defeat it as normal. If you misplace your barn or just don't want it anymore, you can remove it and you can get all your supplies back, including all the items that are in the chest in the barn. Shops are available anytime. Whether it's 6 a.m. or 10 p.m., you can shop whether somebody is working the store or not. You don't need to bring the items you want to craft or blacksmith with you. I mistakenly thought you did, so I would always have my backpack full of things I wanted to craft. You can leave it all in your chest at home, and then only the recently crafted items will have to go in your backpack. When you get to level 30 in farming, there's a perk you can unlock which lets you charge up your seeds to plant multiple at a time, which is a huge time saver. So my tip here is not that this exists, but don't forget to use it. If you've played other farming games where you can only plant one at a time, it's very easy to get used to this. So here's your reminder, use that perk. Click on your skills to see how close you are to the next level. This might help you plan to use your extra energy at the end of the day. Do not prioritize trees in the first year, unless you just like the look of them, because most fruits you can obtain naturally on the map, although some do require quest completions or tool upgrades to access. If you're getting any lag in the game because of the way the weather shows up, you can actually go into the accessibility menu and put the weather to low settings or even turn them off, and it should fix that problem no problem. Or if you just get distracted by the look of it like me, you might also want to turn it down or turn it off. You don't have to individually click in each spot for the animal feed. You can just stand on one side and click it 4 times and it will fill up the entire trough. If you have a full chest, your items will be highlighted in your backpack, which ones can still go in, so you can quickly click on those ones to fill up your chest. Use the comma or the period button to switch between preset outfits. You can change in a hurry. Save your first Upper Mines Mushroom and Jade Dulse items for the mine seals. Those are the rarest items to unlock for the seals, so make sure you keep 1 copy of them, and then the rest you can do with whatever you want. Don't forget about your 5 free bathhouse stays. You unlock them pretty early in a quest, and they do come in handy if you have a really productive day where you've used a lot of stamina and want to fully recover to finish the rest of your day. If you're running out of room in your chests and you don't have a ton of wood to craft some new ones, you can sell your old weapons and armor, as if you really need them again, you can just craft them at the blacksmith. On the world map, there are tons of patches of grass that will respawn every day, so if you're passing by, use your sword and swing, because sometimes you can get a lot of free animal feed. Some of the NPCs will mention their favorite things, and they'll be highlighted in a different color of text. This will help you gift them and raise those heart levels as quick as possible. The map shows where the NPCs are at any given time for quests, and if you're like me and build up 19 quests at one time, it's great to fill up your backpack with quest items and scamper around the map. It's even better on a Saturday because everybody will be at the market, or on a Friday night even because they'll all be at the inn. Cooking will always net you a profit, but it will take time. Here are some simple recipes that require no other ingredients that will allow you to cook your crops and immediately profit from them. Steamed broccoli, grilled corn, cranberry juice, baked potato. One of the earliest perks you unlock is when you run out of energy, you get a bonus, which is perfect for the beginning of the game because you can spend the last little bit of your energy without fear of a penalty the next day. If you're out of stamina but have lots of time left in the day, craft and cook. Those are a good way to make money and get the most out of your days. Some foods have buffs such as regain for stamina and HP, or a speed buff, so watch out for these. When you raise your town rank, often in multiples of 10, you will get a stamina potion that increases your max stamina as well as fills it completely up. So usually what I do is the day after I get this potion, I start really early doing something that takes a lot of energy, like mining or chopping wood, popping the potion, filling completely back up, and then spending the rest of the day doing something productive, and you get so much done that day. Dying in the mines in Fields of Mistria is not as punishing as other games. It will, however, send you right to Valen's clinic. She won't charge you for the stay. However, your day will immediately end, and you will wake up late the next day as if you passed out at 2 a.m. Speaking of Valen's clinic, don't forget about her potions. You probably won't use these in the first couple months because they are expensive, but once you really start growing your farm and your profits, you definitely can use these potions to your advantage. If you have any energy left at the end of the day, chop wood. I promise you, you will need it. Avoid small barns. You only need 1 small barn and 1 small coop maximum until you unlock the bigger ones. Luckily, you can collapse them later and replace them with larger barns. Now for my last tip, this one is a little bit of unhinged, but if you highlight an item and rotate between right click and E, it will quickly buy bulk seeds. This is something that I actually hope they patch later, where you can buy multiples of 5, 10, maybe even 25. But for now, this is the quickest way to get it done. Let me know what your favorite tip was in the comments, or if you have one of your own to share, please do. I love hearing what other tips people come up with. And in the meantime, I'm going to head back and play some more Mistria so I can make some more videos. Have a great day.